Today is March. I don't know. I kind of lost track of the days here. And I wanted to do a very private video here. I got this call about it was on Monday, and as I sit here and I think about it, it kind of like when I got the call, it took me a while to really process what it was about, and I had this cousin, my dad's, and I won't mention his name because it's kind of a private matter, but when I was growing up, I was probably about 14, 15 years old, and I wrote poetry, stuff like that, some short stories, and I never really had a lot of family on my dad's side, so one day this guy comes by, and he's my dad's cousin, and I was kind of taken aback. I'd never even heard of the guy before, and I really didn't expect a lot because of all the people I'd met in my dad's family. I wasn't very impressed, but this guy was very, very kind, very compassionate, very insightful, and he read some of my stuff and he liked it, and he said to me, he said, I want you to write to me. He said, I'll give you my address, I want you to write to me. And as a young man, I did, and he became one of the major influences in my life, and we wrote back and forth a lot, and it's been 20 years at least, not more. And I got to know him. He'd come around once in a while, and we'd go out for coffee or lunch or up to the college. Or he'd say he have some new book he'd read, and he introduced me to a lot of these authors that I read. A lot of these authors influenced me growing up. Jack Kerouac, Khalil Gibran, music like The Doors, Pink Floyd, you name it. Ernest Hemingway, and mainly Jack Kerouac. So he lived here for a while. He moved out. We always had good times, and I always learned a lot from him. And I call him out. I try to call him every week, if I could. I couldn't always do it, but talked to him about a week ago, and he was having a rough time. He'd been in Vietnam, and he went to the hospital, and he got married. And then on Sunday, I guess they found him dead. I'm still kind of processing it, because it's like, wonderful rendition of Almost Like Being in Love. I'm Stu Young. I'm Les Davis, Real Jazz, Sirius XM. It's just... invite you to my show. You busy Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. My first hour is called Train Tracks. We honor the musical legacy, and it's some legacy. It's tough to really process all of it, because he was one of these people that he had a rough life, but anybody ever needed him, he was there for them. And I want to just make this video, say just how much, Michael, you meant to me. I know you'll never see this, but of the top 5 people in my life, as far as men, that have influenced me, you're up there, man. You're one of the best. And I've been sitting here the past 3-4 days. I don't know how long it's been. Today's Thursday, so I guess it's been about 4 days, and just trying to understand and make sense of it. And just I want everybody to know, if you have somebody that's a friend of yours that's in a situation, they're having problems, I was always there for Michael as much as I could. You can't be there for someone 24/7, especially when they live many states away. But you got these people in your life. Like, I just recently lost my dad too, and you realize what they mean to you. And it's precious, man. This type of friendship, you hold it right here. It's precious. So, I mean, Michael was one of those people. He was a deep, insightful type of guy. He could talk to me. Always had this deep insight on life. And it's weird. I'll catch myself trying to call his number, trying to pick up the phone and call him, and he's just not there. And you know, God, I love that guy. That phone call really, knocked me for a total loop. None of it seems real because I still think of him as being someone I can call. But, in life you can't really say a whole lot. Only thing you got, memories, letters people have written. These are letters Michael written me. Very first one right here. Such an eloquent writer. Turned me on to all these great writers and influencing me to be the type of writer I am today. And I told him thank you many times. I told him thankfully, thank you many times. And just want to tell the world, just Michael is a very, very good person. I don't know what else to say.